Students, welcome back to the online classes. This is your name. Is back again with the coal and petroleum continuation. That is, this is the last part of the lesson, and in this lesson we are going to learn about the natural gases. Already we have completed about the coal and petroleum, isn't it? We have already completed about the coal and petroleum. In this we have the in the petroleum we even have the natural gases, isn't it? Natural gas is found trapped between the impervious rocks, sometimes along with the petroleum and sometimes without the petroleum. Okay, so they are found in the trapped in between the impervious rocks. Okay, they are just trapped in between the impervious rocks, and you can say that they are sometimes they will appear with the they are combined with the petroleums, and sometimes they are not in contact combined combination of the petroleum. Okay, previously these gases were allowed to escape, or even they were burnt while pumping out or the petroleum, because we were not knowing the importance, they were not knowing about the importance of these natural gases, so they just let away they let it escape into the atmosphere. But slowly now it has been treated as as precious as the other coal and petroleum. So it is because it is safer for the environment. Because if we just release it into the atmosphere, it will just damage our environment, where instead of releasing it into atmosphere we can use it, isn't it? It is just a useful part of the nature. So natural gas is stored under the high pressure as compressed natural gas, that is nothing but CNGs, what we use in our cars and diesels, isn't it? Compressed natural gases, the gases which are taken into use from the gases, that is natural gases which are being obtained from the this one with the coal and petroleum from the under the earth, in the earth's crust, whatever we are obtaining, the natural gases that are being compressed and being used as the for our requirements, that is nothing but it is called as a compressed natural gas, that is in short called as CNGs, which nowadays we'll use in the car and autos, etc. The exploration of more petroleum and natural gases are going on under the supervision of ONGC, that is nothing but oil and natural gas compression, oil and natural gas corporation. Okay, ONGC, this department take care of the natural gases and oils, okay, throughout India. In India, gas fields have been discovered in Tripura, Mumbai High, and Krishna, Godavari Delta, and Jaisalmer. Natural gas is not only just important in domestic and industrial fields. Okay, it is also used in the manufacture of fertilizers. It's not only used in domestic and industrial fuels, it is also used in the manufacture of fertilizers. Okay, it is also used in the manufacture of fertilizers. Fine. It is not only a domestic and industrial use, it is also used in the manufacture of fertilizers. See, we even have an alternative to natural gases. Okay, that is the gas resources which are not conventional like natural gases. That is like we cannot use like natural gases, are called as non-conventional natural gases. What are they called as? Non-conventional gases. Okay, non-conventional gases, these gases are not still used in technologies, like we don't have a proper technology to use these gases, so it is not being used still. Like for example, we have coal bed methane, and we have one more gas, like we have hydrogen gas hydrates. Okay, we have gas hydrates also. So these gases are still not in use because we don't have proper technology to use this. So it is expected in future that if these coal and petroleum are getting exhausted, then we are going to use this coal bed methane and hydrate gases, that is non conventional gases, will be in demand to get used. So as we have learned about the importance, production, and how we have received, how this formation of coal and petroleum has taken place, and this natural gases has taken place, we will now learn how the conservation is of petroleum and coal gas to be done. Okay, in simple terms, the price of anything depends on how much of it is available, isn't it? If the less it is available, the price increases, isn't it? If the availability is less, then the price increases. Yes, if there is more availability, then the price is okay, normal. Okay, it is affordable. Fine. So both coal and petroleum are exhaustible resources, isn't it? But we need them both as fuel and as starting material for synthetic new compounds, isn't it? Since supplies are limited, they are becoming more expensive and the demand for them is increasing. As the supply is less, so the demand is more, so the price is increasing. We have to conserve these resources as much as possible and also look for the alternative for these resources. Let us look at the issues for conservation. Okay, we can reduce the consumption of both coal and petroleum. Yes, can we reduce it? Yes, we can reduce it. It's in our hands only, isn't it? We just have to reduce the use of coal and petroleum. Reduce the use of coal and petroleum. Yes, by either opting for different models of development which does not depend on the resources, or reduce the wastage of it. Okay, just reduce the wastage of it. Stop the wastage, isn't it? Since the first option is right now impracticable, second option of reducing wastage is to be practiced. As we cannot, we cannot depend on any other source. So what we can do is you can just stop the wastage of it, isn't it? How you can do that? Misuse of fuel, just stop by the misusing of the fuels. How we can do it? Do not stopping the engine at traffic signal. When you are not stopping the engine, stop the engine at this traffic signal. Whenever you see the signal is red, you just have to stop the, you have to just off the uh, you just have to stop the engine. You just have to off it, isn't it? With this you will, either it may be 1% also, but still you are just saving it, isn't it? If it is 1% also, doesn't matter, but you're saving it, isn't it? And running the vehicle with more speed than prescribed speed. When you are running in more speed, okay, you have to decrease the speed or go in the, or in the limited speed you have to move. Okay, you have to drive the vehicle in a limited speed or in the given speed. Okay, and you have to, by driving speed, you will see that the petrol which is used is, in a required quantity, it will be more. Unnecessary using brakes. Okay, then what you're doing, not servicing the engine regularly. If you are not using the if you are not this one servicing the engine, then it will take more petrol. Okay, service of the engine should be on time. Okay, regularly you have to do service the engine regularly. Then not changing the engine oil regularly. You have to always change the engine oil on time. Okay, engine oil must be changed regularly. If you're not doing that, it may harm your vehicle, and the petrol which you are using, the fuel which you are using, will be in large amount. Not filling air in the tires regularly. Whatever tires you are using, the vehicle's tires should be filled with air regularly. Carrying overload in the vehicle. The more the load you carry, the more the petrol it will drink. Okay, the more you use the more overload you do your vehicle, the more the petrol it requires. Okay, overloading of the vehicles. Don't overload your vehicles. Then using vehicles for smaller distance, that if you are working for like if you want to get a milk packet, what the childrens do nowadays, they'll just take a bike and they'll go to get the milk packet, even if the shop is nearby to you. When it is a walkable distance, please try to walk and go. That will even have your physical fitness, as well as you will have the you will just save the fuel. Okay, next we'll learn about the misuse while cooking. So while cooking, you have to see that whenever you're cooking in the kitchen, the burners, when you are like the cooking is finished, you have to stop the burners. Okay, when if you're not stopping the burners when the cooking is not, so using more water while cooking. If you're not using the required quantity of water, in place of 1 cup of water, you're pouring 2 cup of water. Then to make it 1 cup of water in the curry, you have to cook it. Okay, that means you are using extra amount of fuel, so you are wasting the fuel there. Not checking the burners regularly, whether there are any dust particles in the burner or not, you have to check it, which leads to more consumption of fuel. So while the dust particles are present in the burner, then it will take a more amount of gas. So in misuse of fuel in industries, so you can see that wherever the machineries are not working there, the again you require a lot amount of fuel to be used. Then any flow is there in the, like any flow is going in the you're not checking the flows of the machineries, and also it will take a large amount of gas. And if there is a no regular maintenance of the machines, whatever we are using, whatever equipments we are using, there is no regular maintenance of that, then also that also lead to the misuse of fuel. Then lubricants, whatever we are using, that is, if there is any damage, whatever we are, there is a rust formation is taking place and you are not using the lubricants there, then that will also lead to the use of the fuel. The more fuel is required for this, it's working. So is the biodiversity affected by the fossil fuels, by the use of fossil fuels, excess use of fossil fuels? Yes, biodiversity is affected when the burning fuel releases carbon dioxide, greenhouse effect, that is greenhouse gas, which causes climate changes and leads to the global warming. So the more gases like methane and carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere, that affects the greenhouse, isn't it? So the more the carbon dioxide or methane is released into the atmosphere, then it will increase the temperature, isn't it? It will causes to the warming, global warming, isn't it? So the coal fired in the power plants emits the mercury, lead, arsenic, selenium, etc. into the atmosphere, which leads, in addition to the greenhouse effects, which leads to the harmful, which to the human health and the environment, which leads to be harmful to the human health and the environment. Many people, like many paints are made from the petroleum and heavy metals, which releases the toxic gases into the air. These toxic products cause a variety of health problems, including heart, lung, and lungs damage and nausea and dizziness. These are harmful effects by the excessive use of the fossil fuels on the biodiversity. Burning of fossil fuels can cause air pollution, and delivery of fossil fuels can cause oil spills. So altogether, we have to be careful, we have to be precautious for our future generation. We have to take care of ourselves and even our families and even our country. So a small act can lead to the whole safety world, isn't it? The world will be saved by doing a small act. Okay, so with this I end up the lesson, coal and petroleum. And next video we'll meet up with the next topic. Until then, take care. Just watch the video twice and thrice if you did not understand. I request you all to go with all the parts of coal and petroleum from first part to the last part, so that you can understand at the easiest. Okay, till then, thank you.